Hello and welcome back to Fibonacci Trading Masterclass. In this video, we'll take a look at strategies for trading Fibonacci retracements and, quite frankly, how to get Fibonacci on your chart. So the first thing you need to know is that it's over here in the Pitchfork, Organ, and Fibonacci Trading Tools menu. There's a little arrow there that you can click to bring up all of the different potential tools. You're looking for Fib retracement. And you click on that, and you click and you drag, and you can see that it lays out a series of lines. Now, the first thing that you need to understand when it comes to trading Fibonacci, you are looking for what is known as swing lows and swing highs. It's a little bit subjective, and that's one of the big drawbacks. And the reason I say that is it's like everything else in trading, it's fractal. So what I mean by that is this is a swing low. I think you can agree that the market had fallen down here only to rally. That's as low as it got. Some people would say that's a swing high, that's a swing low, that's a swing high, that's a swing low, that's a swing high. The reality is you need to see the bigger the move, the better. So you could use that as a swing high. Well, what's a swing low? Down here, that would be the lowest price, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at this. So we click on the beginning of the move. We drag higher to the top, and we click it in place. Well, notice how there is a 0.5. That's 50% Fibonacci retracement loop of the move has offered support. Now, there are other ones that have shown reaction, 61.8 later, but as a general rule, you want the first swing low, the top swing high, and then down here, once you've tested this, you don't really want to pay attention to it down here. It's not like, okay, well, we're pulling back. I want to see a 61.8 tested. It's not that you can't. It's just that you like it to be as fresh as possible. So you can see clearly it's respected half the pullback. So Litecoin, this is a daily chart, and we'll go ahead and take a look at the Fib retracement here. You can see that this was the low here, and we pulled up to there, came right back towards the 50% Fibonacci retracement level, didn't quite hit it, but just above it, and took off. Now, and you'll learn about this through learning about candlesticks, especially like when you're talking about specific ones like hammer, shooting stars, hanging mans, and that is definitely part of this course. That in and of itself, this candlestick was reason enough to make you think that perhaps the buyers were going to be involved. Furthermore, you can see that there was an impulsive move higher, so that leads a lot of credence to this 50% Fib retracement there. Furthermore, you could take a look at the same chart, use the same tool, and this is what I meant by it being fractal. So you can see that the 50% Fib offered resistance there, the 61 did there, on and on, or you could take a look at the bigger move, and you can see that the 38.2 offered resistance, and then we broke down. Now, here's the thing. There are a multitude of ways to use Fibonacci, and of course we are going to go through massive amounts of information when it comes to doubling up on the Fib. The Fib itself isn't necessarily reason to take the trade. However, for example, this is an area that formed a shooting star. We came back, we formed a shooting star at the same place. Again, a candlestick that you'll learn about down the road. So this shows that the market is respecting 38.2% of the move, and it breaks down. Another thing that's worth paying attention to is where does the move pull back to and then continue? As a general rule, if it's got a lot of momentum, 38.2 is where it pulls back to and then it breaks down. It's not to say that you can't trade the 50 and the 61.8. Clearly you can, and they're very successful levels. But when you can't even be bothered to pull back half of the move, that shows there's real conviction. to the downside. So that's something to keep in mind as well. Now, this Microsoft weekly chart, you can do a fib retracement from this grind lower. Now, keep in mind, these are weekly candles, so this is a couple of months. And you can see that we pulled back to the 61.8. But again, this is support and resistance right here. This is, a place where we couldn't get above, and now we're offering support. And look at that beautiful bounce from there. That shows you that there's a lot of interest there, and then you just simply follow it along. In the next video, we'll take a look at Fibonacci extensions, and it would show you where we could possibly go if we break the highs, which of course we did. All of this being said, Fibonacci is a tool that a lot of people use, and therefore you'll see these areas time and time again attract a lot of attention. Again, in the next video, we'll take a look at strategies for trading Fibonacci extensions. It kind of projects out where we could go. It's not really a tool that's used all the time, but it is something that's kind of like a handy addition to your typical Fibonacci strategies.